But first, we will dive into the latest on the Air India plane crash. CBS News correspondent Chris Livesay has more, and we want to warn you that some viewers may find the footage disturbing.
The final moments of Air India 171 bound for London were captured on video minutes after takeoff from Ahmedabad, India. It quickly lost altitude and exploded in a fireball.
It was leaving with a full capacity of fuel. So we're looking at about 130 tons of fuel that were on the aircraft. That caused a massive explosion. And as a result, the damage on the scene will be intense.
Incredibly, a man apparently survived the crash. A doctor at a nearby hospital told the Associated Press he treated the passenger, saying he was disoriented and had multiple injuries, but appears to be out of danger. The plane's tail ended up sticking out of a building that was part of a medical college in the northwestern Indian city. Firefighters doused the smoking wreckage with water. The plane heading here to Gatwick Airport was carrying mostly Indian nationals. Air India says there were also more than 50 Britons on board, as well as Canadian and Portuguese citizens.
It was a horrific crash. It looks like most are gone.
The Boeing 787-8 went down after a mayday call from the plane. It's the first crash of a 787 Dreamliner, according to an aviation database.
This is a difficult day for all of us at Air India, and our efforts now are focused entirely on the needs of our passengers, crew members, their families, and loved ones.
Boeing's president and CEO expressed condolences to victims' families and pledged the company's support in the investigation. A team from the National Transportation Safety Board is heading to India to assist that effort. Chris Livesay, CBS News, London.
And for more on this, Robert Sumwalt joins us now. He's a CBS News aviation safety analyst, as well as the former chair of the National Transportation Safety Board. Robert, thank you very much for being with us. What is the first step in the investigation into a crash like this? There are so many unanswered questions.
Yeah, good evening, Nancy. The first step is to stake down the accident site to make sure that it cannot be disturbed. But after that, the top priority is to find these flight data recorders. These devices will unlock the key to resolve this mystery, and that's critical right there.
And a lot of questions will be on the aircraft itself. That plane was a Boeing, but not the 737 MAX model involved in two crashes several years ago. Boeing, for its part, said today it will support the investigation. So is it too soon to consider what role the plane, that the aircraft itself may have had in this disaster?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely too soon to draw any conclusions whatsoever. And this is not related to the MAX crash, which was a totally different issue here. The 787 has been in operation now for, gosh, many years, 14 years altogether. This airplane itself had 41,000 flight hours on it. So I don't think it's a design or a manufacturing flaw that brought down this airplane.
You know what is incredibly remarkable in all this? At this time, we know that one person did survive, a passenger in seat 11A who was reportedly able to walk away from the crash. From the standpoint of an aviation safety expert, how is something like that even possible when you see the wreckage, when you see the footage after the crash?
Yeah, that's a great question. And this would be technically classified as an unsurvivable accident. But there are cases where people can survive an unsurvivable accident. There's three things that investigators look for when determining survivability: the crash forces themselves, the post-impact environment, in this case fire, and also is the occupiable space, has that been compromised? So this would be an unsurvivable crash. It is amazing that this one person survived.
Absolutely. Seat 11A right there. Robert Sumwalt, thank you very much for joining us and for your insight.